Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking these two wigs and kind of meshing them together because this wig right here, I love the frontal. It's a 13 by 6, amazing, but the back was chopped and screwed. I had stole some bundles and put it in a different wig, so I just needed to revamp this whole wig. And then this wig here, I had a 13 by 4 frontal, which is super childish. Hated it. So I'm just taking the frontal off, taking the tracks down so I can go ahead and make a new wig and put it on a new wig cap. So what I'm going to do next is take the back of one of the wigs and place it on the new wig head so I can kind of outline where I need to put the frontal. And then I'm going to put the frontal on and secure it in place so I can outline it. And then what I'm going to do next is outline, take the wig down, the other piece down, and outline where my tracks are going to go so that they're, seamless and everything with the frontal. And now I'm going to prep my needle and sew down my frontal. I believe it's called the T method. I'm not 100% sure, but I use the T method for anything that I do, whether I'm sewing down my frontal or sewing down my tracks. I'm going to always use the T method. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, you can look that up on YouTube too. It's somewhere up here. That's where I found it. And then to seal it, I always loop the thread and then tie 2 knots. And then as you can see here, I'm sewing down the tracks to the wig head. But before I did that, I doubled all my tracks. Even though technically tracks are already doubled when they come and you buy them in bundles, but I just doubled them so I can put more here on the wig head and it's still going to lay flat and seamless. And I do want to put a disclaimer out. I am no professional. I am still learning and I am making all the mistakes of myself so that when I do start taking real clients eventually, I will be the best of the best. And it's actually not that hard. Practice makes perfect. So, doing this on myself is a good thing. And when I always come to the end of my tracks, I always backtrack to kind of seal it off so that there's less of a chance of my thread coming apart. So definitely try doing that. Okay, now we're going to get to the real tea. You see my Meek Mills. I'm getting so much better at doing cornrows. Pats myself on the back. Now I'm going to put my wig cap on. Don't ask why that line is there. I used this wig cap because I was wearing a closure wig the other day and I was just being lazy. So yeah, that's why that line's there. But I'm going to make sure my hair is tucked in under the wig cap. Make sure it's secure. And next, I am going to cut out holes so my ears can stick out so the wig can lay as flat as possible once I start putting down the Gotta Be spray. And you never want to cut your ear holes too big. You only want to cut them really, just small so you can kind of stretch it. So again, the hole isn't too big and it's still covering all the hair and skin that you wanted to cover in that area. Next, some people usually do this a different way, but I notice what works for me is I put my makeup on the wig cap first. And I use 2 different foundations. I use Black Opal and I use my Fenty Beauty. I think the Black Opal color is called Caribou, which is a darker color, which is what I typically use in the summertime. So I just rub that in from the applicator stick all over my wig cap just to give it the base. And then I put my Fenty Beauty on top of it. And when I use my Fenty Beauty, I believe I'm in the color 420 or 430. I can't remember, but I'll put it in the description box. And I just apply a dot to my hands and then I press my makeup brush in and I go ahead and apply that over my head. And it just turns out so much more seamless. Usually when people do the Gotta Be spray first, and for me, it would kind of give me a blotchy effect and some spots would really hold the foundation and I hated that. So I took it upon myself to apply the makeup first and then spray the Gotta Be spray. And when you're applying the makeup, you want to put it everywhere because you want it to cover. Even if it's past, your hairline, go ahead, do it. Overdoing it is better than underdoing it. And plus, you're going to clean your forehead later. That everything is all covered, I'm gonna go ahead and start spraying that Gotta Be spray. And you can already see it right now, like it's just so smooth. And as you spray the Gotta Be spray, nothing changes. The Gotta Be spray just sets into place, and you want to make sure that the Gotta Be spray is covering everything. But like seriously, look, it looks like butter. Like there's no blotches, there's no one spot is lighter or darker than the other. It's very even. You guys remember how I said even? I meant even. Like it literally looks so smooth. And to kind of speed up the process, I went ahead and took the blow dryer and I switched the temperature back and forth between cool and hot to kind of speed up the process so that the glue would dry faster. Because it was late at night and not nobody, but me, I was over myself. I got this burst of energy to finally do my hair and I was just over it. I wanted to hurry up and get it done so I can go to sleep. And I didn't really quite catch this on camera, but I put makeup on my frontal. And now I'm going to cut the wig cap. I tried to cut it the best that I can to kind of outline my hairline with just like an extra bit of coverage, just a little bit. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And it may not always look perfect. That's fine. I'm going to go in with the glue later and fix it. So after I cut everything off, I cut a bit more, but you guys won't see that on camera. But I cut a bit more to kind of shape it to my hairline. And then I took my wig cap. As you guys are going to see, I took my wig cap. I mean, not my wig cap. I took my wig. Jesus Christ. I took my wig and I put it on my head to kind of fit where everything needs to be and make sure I cut the lace, as much as I should have. If not, I need to cut it some more. So I'm kind of fitting it to my head. And as you can see over here by the ear tab, there's definitely some wig cap that I need to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And just make sure that everything is how it should be. And make sure we're all good to go. And it already looks good. Like it's already blending and I haven't even glued it down. Like imagine if I did a glueless unit. I think it would be bomb. And now I'm going to go ahead and get my glue. I use bold hold, extreme hold, and I use a tweezer. Some people use popsicle sticks, but every time I go to the store, I always forget to get popsicle sticks. And the flat end of my tweezers works just as well. So I apply the glue in a thin layer to my hairline, and I use my tweezers just to smooth that out. And always the first layer is just so that I can kind of flatten the wig cap so it's not rolling up or anything, because when I apply my wig, I do not want my wig cap to roll up because that will just not be a good look. So you want to smooth that in. Sometimes I smooth it in until it's clear, which is always something good to do. And sometimes, I just smooth it in just a little bit to kind of aid in speeding up the process of the glue drying. You also want to sometimes put the glue onto the wig cap to kind of give it extra coverage. So not just, on the hairline, but you kind of want to go back just a little bit so that the wig is glued down to your skin just a bit, and then also the wig cap so it has that extra coverage. And as you can see, my wig cap is already starting to lay flat and it's already starting to turn clear. And again, you want to wait till the glue is clear to apply your wig, like 100% clear. No, I did not do that here in this video because, like I said, it was going on like 1 o'clock in the morning and I was tired. Like, I'm getting up there in age. I cannot stay up that late anymore. And if I am, like, I have to be doing some superly vigorous extracurricular activity. But anyways, back to the wig. So I'm just go ahead and going to apply my glue. I get tongue-tied sometimes, you guys. And really, it's me listening to all these songs and karaoke during this. Like, I'm a character. So as you can see, I am using the blow dryer, and it's getting semi-clear. It's not 100% clear. But listen, boo, it was clear enough for me. Okay? Clear enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead, tongue twister again. I'm going to go ahead and start placing my wig on top of the glue. And from there, it's up and it's stuck. So I'm putting my wig into place. And yes, there are going to be some pieces that are, not glued down. And that's fine because I will handle that, as I move forward. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and put my wig on. And I'm going to push the lace into the glue so that it's, melting. Yeah, because you want your wig to be laid. So I'm securing it now, and I'm going to take my comb and kind of push it in as well and push the hair back so there's no hair in the glue, and the glue is catching on to everything that it needs to catch on. So once you're done pushing everything in, you want to go ahead and put your band on so that everything is melting. And while you're putting your band on, you can go ahead and start styling the wig. Styling the wig how you would like it to look. And this hair is from my own collection, Quaintrelle Boutique. And I believe it was Body Wave. Well, it is Body Wave. I believe this hair is Body Wave. As far as the lengths, Jesus Christ. As far as the lengths, I believe that the bundles are 22 and 24. And then I believe the frontal was an 18-inch frontal, 16 or 18. I can't really remember. It's been over a year that I've had this hair. But yes, those are my estimates. And I'm going to go ahead and detangle. They say it's not good to detangle your hair with a rat tooth comb, but unfortunately, Santana ate my other comb. And also I went ahead and put some ghetto layers into this wig, because I kind of wanted to give it some dimension. And we all love a slick middle part. And that's another thing that I love about my frontals. They are so bomb. By the way, this is not an HD frontal. This is Swiss lace. So come through with the Swiss lace. Look at that part. And another thing that I love about 13 by 6 inch frontals is they're so deep. So that part isn't giving childish. It's giving very much Kardashian, and that's what I wanted to give. I want to give deep parts like the Kardashians. Oh my gosh, look at that part. Look at the blending. So beautiful. So I'm just here with my hot comb, flattening out the wig as best as I can. And I kind of wish that when I was doing this, I saw it, but I did not. I had a hump in the back of my head, and I just kept missing it. And I was cringing. Like I'm currently cringing watching me do my hair because I'm like, get the hump, get the hump. And I was just not getting the hump. So now I'm just going to go ahead and keep perfecting my layers as much as I can. Again, I am no professional. So no judgments, please, guys. No judgments. So, while your band is still on, you can go ahead and style it. So I'm using the Kaposi flat iron. That I got this flat iron from Amazon, and it was like $30-$40. Super good investment. It's super thick, so I can do big pieces at a time, and I love that. Love it. And again, this is not the best flat iron job because I was just doing something just sort of look halfway decent. So I'm just going ahead to kind of make the wig look as decent as possible that it can look at 1 a.m. So I'm just smoothing it out. Also, because I was going to do some TikToks and some reels, so I want to look somewhat decent. So I was just making it look, as decent as possible to the eye. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just flat ironing it, making it smooth as I possibly can. Nothing too fancy. Okay, now that I've pressed it out, you know, to the point that I'm okay with it, I'm going to go ahead and take my band off. And it's laying flat. I did this off camera. I put a little bit of concealer on my part so it looks smooth. And then I took some mascara to kind of clean it up, any concealer that actually got on the hair. And disclaimer, for anybody who thinks that lace literally looks like skin, it does not, but it has to be blended as best as possible. So now I'm taking some makeup and I'm just going to go ahead and press that in to the frontal to kind of blend it in a bit more. I know you guys see that part in the front where it's just like a huge space of lace. I ended up going back off camera because I don't even know why I let that stay there while I made this video. I don't even know why I glued it down. I should have cut it off. But I cut it off and replaced it because it was just giving me like, girl, what are you doing? You do not need that there. But I definitely loved how the install turned out. So it's giving very much no filter at all. At all. Put the link in the bio. Who want their hair done? Hello. And this was the finished product. I hope you guys love it. And I will be taking appointments soon. Thanks.